Brother Ben here. Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister. And Ben tells them about the minister.
You worked at this company that many of us know about. From what you've seen over the years, what is the major difference between a well-ran company that does well versus us who kind of learning entrepreneurship and business over the way? What's the main thing you saw that we don't have in place that they do have in place that we need to get on top of?
The fundamentals, the basic, the knowledge, the experience, the conversation, the exposure. We lack in all of those things. Like right now, I've had a conversation with Black-owned businesses, which I fundamentally support vehemently, have created platforms to promote, exhaustively for free. That's, my pride and joy. But I have to also be honest with us. And I said, okay, we're at a time right now where we're moved outside the opulence. We've moved outside of people having enormous amounts of disposable income. So we need to do a SWOT analysis. You need to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. You have to, as we say, read the room. You got to check your temperature. You have to know what's going on. So with that being said, I've told Black people this fundamentally. Let me make you guys understand why we are vulnerable and how we are vulnerable. Number one, we tend to sell items that are non-essential. That is no shade to the Black community. It's just a testament to the fact that we arrived at the market very late because we were the product, right? So we have not been around from the inception of America, where we don't own transportation, aviation, water, electricity. We don't own these companies because we were not here and allowed to participate. We were the reason why other people had the money to do that. So we have joined the marketplace very, very late, which means we're kind of grabbing the low-hanging fruit in terms of entrepreneurship. Okay. Now, number two, we also tend to sell our items overpriced. Why? Because we usually don't have access to the capital that would allow you to buy your items in enough bulk to get your profit margin down. So you have to pass that on to the customer, right? We also have a lot of added and additional business expenses that we just don't know how to maneuver and meander around, that we have to roll into the cost of our goods. So we sell things that are non-essential and they're overpriced. And we tend to sell to our own because we're often satisfying a need or a niche that was underserved, our own community. Then we're usually the face of our businesses, which means we're going to attract our own. But the problem with that is in the Black community, we have the least disposable income. So when we're being realistic, we are selling non-essential items, things that people do not need, that are overpriced to people who have the least amount of money. See, a lot of people don't like the truth, Ben. They want me to coddle them. They want me to just cheer them on. They want me to just, you can do it. We got this. You won't break myself. That's what they want. But I'm going to give you the encouragement. I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to give you the platform. I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to give you everything. But I'm going to also give you that healthy dose of reality. We need balance. And so fundamentally, when you say, well, why are we lacking in business? You cannot make up that fast for lost time. You have legacy companies that have been around for 200 years. Do you understand? Here's a fun fact. What was going on in 1867, Ben? 1876.
I don't know.
I'm about to have a dyslexic moment. The little time where they said, hey, y'all are free to go. Remember when they said Black people were free in America, free to go? Standard Oil was incorporated then. You know who Standard Oil belongs to? Rockefeller. So the same year that we were being freed as slaves, the man who would be right now to this day, besides Mansa Musa, and we can do all that conversation back and forth, but on record, the richest man was incorporating his company. In that time, J.P. Morgan Chase Pierpont was being forced by his father to count $1 million manually when we were slaves. We were not allowed to read. They know ROI. They speak a different language. So you got to think about what conversations and what understanding is being passed down generationally, not just the money, but the understanding, the concept, the knowledge, the information. So that's why we are extremely vulnerable. Now, we are fast learners. I will give us that. You see what I'm saying? We learn, and we're conceptual learners because we have done what we do in the streets. We've done what we do in life. And sometimes this is just a matter of piecing those concepts together for us to get that. Okay. So that's what got it. Boom. Okay. That's all we're doing right here. And that's what I like to do. I like to be that bridge and that translator to take these really complex concepts in business and break them down to you in everyday language that you can understand. But when it comes to, well, why are we behind? That's why. You just cannot get past that time and that experience.
Listen, before you keep scrolling, hold on, I got a question for you. I'm gonna just keep it real. How many of y'all haven't made $10,000 on the internet? Just keep it real. How many of y'all have not made at least $10,000 on the internet? With this screenshot right here, this is an ebook that I created, 50 ways to make money online. As you can see, I made $17,000 with just an ebook. We're not talking about master classes. We're not talking about live streams. We're not talking about high ticket courses. With just the ebook, produced $17,000. Now that $17,000 is just a lead magnet that gets you to come in. And when you come in, I know you want to make money. Why? Because you got 50 ways to make money. Now I can upsell you on a one-on-one consult. Now I can upsell you on a program that's going to give you value and over deliver. So this is not just a tactic that I use to get people to come. I actually over deliver. So you guys can go check out my Instagram, look at the testimonials for yourself. But if you haven't made at least $10,000 on the internet, this is why I want to invite you to my webinar. My webinar is going to show you how I built out a 7-figure digital real estate system that you can implement, or you can implement it for someone else. Meaning, you don't have to be famous, nor do you have to be tech savvy to be successful. I know that's what a lot of y'all been thinking. If you're interested, I'm doing a webinar coming up in a couple days. Click the link below. It's free access. See you on the other side.